Fucking every time I hit it, she's like, fucking shit. I stop. I hit it again. She's like, fucking shit. So I put my fucking face on. Ladies, every man got a fucking face. When we think we hit our pussy good, it's the face that we. So I put my fucking face on my fucking shit, fucking shit, fucking shit.
Oh yeah, we're jamming. Do. Wait a minute, you taller than me again. No, they don't sit right with me. Hey, what's up? Welcome to Speak That Shit. I am Alonzo Zobo 69. Bro, what's going on? Hey, a week before Christmas, you know, I don't know how, if y'all prepared for it. And I'm going to tell you how to stay prepared for Christmas. Don't get nobody shit. Stay prepared. If you got to worry about, I got to get this person that, this person that, you're always going to be unprepared because you can't satisfy everybody. And you think about it, if you start getting stuff for people, you always got to continue to do it. So my suggestion is start right now. They're going to be mad at you right now for a couple of months, but they'll be all right. Then do it again next year. They're going to be mad at you again for a couple of months. Then you do it again for the third year. Don't give them shit. They're going to be mad at you for a couple of months, but guess what's going to happen? That fourth year, they're going to expect you not to give them shit, and they ain't going to be mad at you. All I'm saying, that's the way to save money. Right now, if you'd like to be a host of this show, give us a call. 941-681-1710. That's 941-681-1710. Or go to info at kingscastleent.com. Give us a link. If you'd like to be a guest on the show, hey, same thing. Hit us up. Give us a call. If you want an interview, same thing. Give us a call. I mean, you know, the people that ride the little yellow bus with the helmet on their head, they understand this, you know. So I said it 3 times, so it's self-explanatory. This weekend, I got a show. In Lakeland. I'm trying to pull it up so I get y'all the correct address. It's at Laugh at Leo's. Leo's Live at 5263 Florida Avenue South, Lakeland, Florida 33613. Doors open at 7:15. I know a lot of y'all be on them color people time, CP time, so doors open at 6 p.m. Y'all will make it by 7:15 then. So doors open at 6 p.m. Showtime. Tickets are available at Eventbrite. It's a smoke-free venue. What that mean? You can't smoke in there? It's free to smoke.
That means there is no smoking inside of the building.
Okay, so I guess you got to smoke your weed outside the building. And don't say nothing about outside the building.
Politely and respectfully.
It don't say nothing about outside the building. It says inside the building. It says smoke-free venue, so that's inside. So it's not a smoke-free venue outside the building. It's just inside the building. All right. General admission is just $10 and $15 at the door. Hey, that's kind of cheap to see Rocker, Case Money, myself, and Cortez, you know. So, hey, come on and check us out this Saturday coming out. I'm introducing to my right, to your left, Miss Annie Lowe.
Hello, aka. Well, dang, that is my AKA. I'm Anisha Brock, aka Annie Lowe. You can find me on all streaming platforms. That's ANNILOC. I'm also a Tubi movie actress, so make sure you check out our films under King's Castle Entertainment. That's on Tubi. You know what I mean? My movie called Debit Card Life Matters. I'm always promote that, so that's what I got going on. Also working on movies right now.
All right. And we got a special guest to my left, to your right. I don't know which way it is going on, but you know, I always get in trouble with that when I was in the military. Y'all see that DD-214 right here?
DD.
Yeah, DD-214.
The hell that mean?
I don't know. That was the military said DD 214. We didn't get paid to ask questions. They tell us what to do, and that was it. We don't ask questions. You get in trouble when you ask questions. So we didn't give a fuck what no DD 214 is. Maybe 214 pages. Dumb Dick 214. I don't know what the fuck it meant. The DD 214. Anyway, you see the DD 214. So I always got in trouble with my left and my right. They always say your military left. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe
I don't know.
Dude. Duty dude 214. They're like, which dude? Duty dude.
So females and dudes too.
Dude right there. She could be dude too, right? Like.
Yeah, because our corporal boy, she look harder than us. Yeah, she was hard. She looked hard. When we got in there, I was 17. She was probably like in the mid-20s. That motherfucker, boy, that motherfucker.
500.
That motherfucker looked like a damn dark-skinned Rikishi. That motherfucker right there. But anyway, I always got in trouble about that. My left and right. They say your military left. Your military left. What's the difference between your military left and your civilian left? Well, left is a left. So anyway, to my left, your right, or whatever it is, we got Victoria Carter.
Yes. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon or good evening.
Yes, and
welcome to the platform.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about her story. We're gonna talk about her story, but we're gonna talk about it at 8 p.m. So y'all know how it go. The first 30 minutes, we introduce each other. We tell everybody what we got going on. So Victoria, tell everybody what you got going on, your social media and all that stuff.
Hi, everyone. This is my first time here, so bear with me. So I'm giving my social medias. I'm on Instagram, VK as in Victoria Carter, VK dot the favorite one. Facebook is Victoria Carter. Everything else is Victoria Carter. If you type in Victoria Carter on any platform, you can find me. That includes Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. You can find my son's story on all of my platforms. Check him out. We're going to talk about his story more today, but if you guys wanted to view my platforms to find out more about me and Dylan's story, just search Victoria Carter. Carter with a K.
Yeah, it's an interesting story because a lot of people go through this. But like I said, I want to talk about it right now because once we start talking, we talk, and we.
That's why I didn't know how much to say. I don't want to get into it.
No, you cool. You can say what you want. I'm talking about us.
I would say nowadays a lot more women are getting into the point like where they're wanting to have this natural home birth. You see a lot more women nowadays having their kids at home or in birthing centers. And that's why I think it's so important for me to tell my story, because if not now, then when?
Yeah, what's up, Kyle O'Hare?
Absolutely.
What's going on? And we got Tasha, aka Mama T, in the building. What you got going on, Tasha?
You know me, I don't have too much going on, just living life on its terms. Just trying to stay out the way as usual, staying positive as much as I can. How you guys doing tonight?
Oh, we chilling. Look like it's gonna get a little chilly out here tonight, so I don't know.
Doing great.
Oh, you speak chilly and I'm in Ohio. Okay.
I've been saying it's gonna get 60. They're gonna get 60 in the 60s, so they're gonna be chilly.
Right.
Chilly in the 60s, you know what I'm saying? That's chilly for us, for some of us, not me. I like it cold. I like the room to be cold, at least in the 65, you know what I'm saying? But I got
that's perfect weather right there.
Well, I got outvoted in the house, so the what they say, the tribe, what is that? They have spoken, what they say, they have spoken. So I can put the AC on 60s, or it can be the heat at 80. So
they say compromise. That means that you can, like, if y'all don't agree, you can like have certain rooms as the warmer rooms. And he's got some cold rooms that he could keep cold.
What?
So that's called compromise. You got the bedroom and you got the man cave. Literally, when it's cold, but it hasn't been like that. It got cold. Florida literally got cold last week.
It was at 50 degrees. That's not cold.
It got down to 41.
Oh, that feels good. But that's cold for Florida, though. I get it.
Yeah, we had heat.
Oh, it's 40 in Tallahassee with Kyle. 40.
It's always cold around this time of year out there.
Yeah, my people out there in Mariana, Florida, Chipley, in that area. I got people all in that area, so I know they up there. Start with a C. It's not Campbellton. It's another place where my auntie stay at. But yeah,
You talking about Claymont or is it Claymont or I
start
can't
with
think of the name of it right
yeah,
now.
start with a C where she at. It's not
Mhm.
Campbellton. Campbellton, I got used to have land out there. I don't have no more. They sold all that shit, but I wish they didn't. But I was too young to say anything about it. My vote didn't count at that time. My vote didn't count. 'Cause right now, I go up down that land right now in Jackson County. I go there and I have me a building good time right there right now. I'm sure. I don't know if they built anything in there though, so I ain't been there since my uncle died. I ain't been there over 20 years since I last went up there. But yeah, it's cool. But we got what y'all think about this government shutdown thing about to happen?
What? I didn't even know a shutdown was about to happen.
Oh yeah. The congressmen want to get paid. They want to get a raise or something.
Mhm.
And Trump telling the Republican, hell, cut that shit down. Hell no, what the hell they getting a raise for? But they want to give them a raise. I'm a federal worker. I'm gonna tell you right now, I work for the VA. I'm a federal worker. You want to give them motherfuckers a damn raise, but you don't want to give us nothing. You get what I'm saying? So that shit,
Yeah, but
huh?
that's going to raise our taxes too because we pay for the government's salary.
Yeah.
So
But
it's just all a game. I say let the games begin. We've been here before. Let it begin. We're no longer we don't matter anyway, even though they work for us. But we don't matter. We just got to roll with the punches and do the best that we can with what we got to live with.
what you think about it?
I don't have any thoughts about the government shutdown. I don't know nothing about it.
What you think about it, Victoria?
I'm
You
kind
know
of
you
with
can chime.
I'm
You know you
kind of
can
with
chime
her.
in anytime you want to, though.
Okay. I'm kind of with her. I don't really know a lot about it, but I do feel as though we need raises. Like things are getting so expensive, and I feel like they already got money. We're the ones that's struggling. So I feel like if anybody deserve a raise, it should be the working class people. The whole government shutdown. I've been hearing about government shutdown since I don't know. I'm 32 years old. I don't heard about government shutdown a couple times. It never meant nothing to me. Like I don't know, government shutdown. I still gotta go to work tomorrow. Like bills still due tomorrow. So I really don't have an opinion about it. And I hate to say, because I never want to be the person that say I don't care about it because it don't affect me. I don't want to be that person. But when it comes to the government shutdown, it just I don't know enough about it. I don't know how it impacts me. I've never really seen it impact me. So honestly, I really don't have opinion on it. Unfortunately,
There's
I'm
so
gonna
much
go.
stuff going on too.
I'm gonna
Like there's
trust
so
your
much stuff
opinion on
going
it.
on that Trump is doing a lot of different things. Like I feel like Trump got a lot of going on. I've been kind of looking at the drones. Like I ain't gonna act like I don't pay attention to anything at all, but like I've been like trying to see what
Now
everybody got
that
to say
right there,
about the
yes.
drones and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like
But
so-called drones. It's funny they call it drones because
but you think about it, though, right? Like I said last week about the Jay-Z thing, and if you look what I said last week, and you look at what happened since last week, they shutting that shit down with Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? Didn't I say that? If the NFL didn't fire him, ain't nothing for to happen. I said that. Now with these drones, I've been out the military over 30 years, so I can say this. Now, I've been telling her about these motherfucking aliens and shit, and the government know about this shit. I've been saying this shit. This shit ain't when people been seeing that UFOs and
oh
stuff like
god.
that. No, for real, it wasn't.
No, but this is turning into a sci-fi show. This is turning into a Illuminati type of show.
I ain't nobody poking me in the ass now. I ain't no Illuminati shit.
But if we believe what our grandparents have told us, what their parents have told them, and what their parents has told them, why are we so surprised? Everybody wants to talk about it, but nobody wants to know what can you do about it. You can't do anything about it. So the best thing that I say in my life at this moment, right? I'm not even going to concern myself with it at this time because guess what? I'm not going to be the first one that is going to affect. You know what I mean? So it's going to be a lot of other things that's going to happen. And if it happens suddenly, then I say what my grandmother used to say, well, grab your knees and bend over and just let it happen. I don't know. It's so much stuff going on with it, and then you don't know what's real. You don't know what's fake. The government is most definitely not concerned about it. So if they're not concerned about it, then what is it that I can do? You know what I mean? So there's no fun. I watch C-SPAN, by the way. I seen the committee meeting on this where the sheriff and the law enforcement was asking for them to what they're going to do about it. Well, guess what, you guys? There's no funds allocated towards this. Okay, they just started because now they're saying that they're putting regulations that so many drones can't fly over New Jersey. What the heck does that mean? I don't know. So since I don't know, I'm not going to play doctor and try to put brain surgery on somebody when I just got a certain amount of education. I just, I
Right now,
don't know.
basically, the excuse is it's not a crime. They can't really be shooting it because it's not a crime technically. Like, okay, so they got to make it a crime.
So have they said like
Well, yeah, because
what are the drones doing exactly?
they don't know. They don't know what they're doing. But the problem is because it's on the border of Mexico. So we don't have jurisdiction. So all the drones, they can see it from New Jersey, but they're not in the United States. So they could be, look, guys, we spy on other people. What makes us, who are we? Who are we?
Right.
Yeah, they're studying us too, trying to figure out a plan. You know, hey, it is what it is.
Kyle said, I heard as of January 26th, Trump paying legal Americans $1,600 per illegal aliens. So you'll turn in $700 for a kid and $300 if she's pregnant. Whoa,
I believe that.
Some proper shit.
I believe that.
Rapper shit.
So you say if I go out there and turn in a legal alien, I'm getting $1,600? Shit, I know about 10 down the street right now.
Is that
right? Right.
But that could. Them motherfuckers ain't got a green card. I'm telling you that right now. Oh yeah, shit. When's that date? January.
I know another house too. You know what? I know 2 houses. They had 2 houses. How many of them live in there? It's at least 7.
That's 16,000.
7 times
6.
16. You said 1,000. It's 1,600.
I said 10 in that house.
Wait,
that's
but is that what he's saying? You get paid for turning in illegals?
Hey! I say leave some from those field jobs because I am not going in the fields. Okay, so y'all can turn them in. Y'all can turn them in if you want to. I like having Jose at Home Depot when I need something done. I like the fact that I was able to get a whole back window done. Somebody was able to get a whole back window done for $200. Okay, so y'all go ahead on and keep on turning them in if you want to. I ain't going to no fields. I ain't picking no tomatoes. I ain't picking no watermelons. I'm not picking none of that stuff. Shoot, please.
Kyle say he got us. Nigga got you.
You don't like gardening? You don't like
you
gardening?
Say I don't have a green tooth. I killed a cactus. Ask them. I killed a cactus. How you kill a cactus? Because I did water it. That's the problem. It molded on me.
But the drones, then we're gonna talk about the drones though. The drones, when I had got abducted by the mermaids, and you know, when we put it on social media, when I had got abducted, that what it was. I seen them drones down there too. I forgot to tell you about all them damn drones down there underwater.
I don't know why they calling it that word that you just said, but I ain't even trying to play with them.
What?
It's probably because they're saying the word drone, so I believe that it's 2 things happening.
They're not drones.
Some of it is drones because the government's trying to come up and see what's going on. or somebody. I ain't gonna call it the government, but that's what Trump's calling it.
They Little Mermaid
He said
babies.
it publicly, so I'm gonna say it. I mean, that's
y'all gonna believe everything y'all hear. They Little Mermaid babies.
He's saying that they're gonna release the information, and when he becomes president, basically he's gonna release more.
But they don't know what they are because they haven't put any funds to even look at them. To even they don't have any funds available. I actually seen the actual meeting where they were calling for
a space program. He spent $750 billion on a space
program.
I'm sitting up there. I'm like, that's your friend, Trump. That's Elon playing with his toys and shit.
Man, look.
When they start talking about God and stuff, I'll be like, yeah, I'm expecting the coming of, the Most High and all that, but that could be Elon playing with his toys.
Elon Musk is the Antichrist.
Let that man.
Allegedly,
let him cook.
He's allegedly the Antichrist. I ain't say he was. I heard it allegedly, and I'm saying what people say. I'm not saying this, you know what I'm saying? But only thing they're trying to do, I'm telling you what it's trying to do is you got to distract us from something. You got to distract us from something. We talked about it last week. And it's a distraction. So now we got to talk about something else. So we ain't going to talk about this. When you talk about people money, you're going to catch a motherfucker attention. When you start talking about deporting people, just like Tasha say, who going to get in the fields of work? I'm not. Hell, I don't like manual labor. That's why I learned how to type. You know what I'm saying? I got an HR job. I sit behind a motherfucking desk. I don't give a fuck how motherfuckers say I look rough or you look rough, this and that. Hey, I know how to do roofing. I done did it before for a couple of months, but I'm not gonna do it. I own my own landscaping business before. That's when I hire people to do certain things. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So I hire people. I'm not with that manual labor type of shit. Kyle said he also paying $30 to $40 an hour with government benefit to pick shit from tomatoes to cotton because of the picker shortage when the aliens get deported. Aliens
right.
Get deported.
That's what they planning to do. That's what they think they could do. They're gonna get rid of that. Make the aliens fall in line.
Like I said before, I'm not sitting up doing no manual labor. So
well, you guys,
we ain't gonna have no cotton pillows no more.
I mean, it could be a factory full of robots right now. Not a factory, but like a like one of those big. Oh my God, what am I talking about? A field full of robots instead of humans. Okay, and they're the ones picking the tomatoes and stuff.
Well, Annie, there's no longer real natural vegetation anymore. So there's not people out there. Why would they want
all the robots in the lab then?
Right. There's no need for a human. Right. There's no need for a human body. There's no need for nobody to go out there and pick the watermelons and stuff because it's all gonna be made for us, right? I want people to really, really think about in 2015. Okay, when the UN had that big meeting, remember all the different nations came together. They wanted to end world hunger, right? They had this big meeting. Well, they signed it. And it's going to be Agenda 2030. And 2030, that's when our artificial foods is going to really be prominent. That's how they're going to end world hunger. And then also, you guys need to look it up. It's written. Also, that's where the AI is really going to come and flourish, and a lot of customer service jobs is going to go away. That is in 2030, people. So all of this that's going on now is to set your mind frame on needing them, right? So that when they come out with this food and it be prominent on the spectrum, you'll just go, we're already eating it. If you look at some things, like you see some videos, there's some videos that's not true, of course, right? But there are some. If there's certain fruit nowadays that you can bend, okay? Some watermelons, you can literally bend watermelon. Why is that? Because it's not real. Now it's not going to kill us.
The video looks so
they figured it out.
I'm not sure about that. Like the video of that looks fake to me. I haven't seen it in person, but like I'll be sitting there ready to believe everything. But like I haven't seen that in person, but I know what you're
Yeah,
talking
and
about.
even and
Crazy.
even and even when people say, "Well, I'll grow my own vegetation," right? You have to have the seeds. The seeds has to come from a manufacturer, right? So if you guys remember when all the chickens had died, remember chicken price went up, all the chickens died. We no longer are able
What
to
are you
get
boys
bone.
saying?
Yeah, we're no longer able to go to Walmart and try to find a boned-in chicken, a chicken breast. I'll wait. You can't find it. It's always boneless, cut
Mhm,
up
mhm,
chicken breast. And
mhm.
if you take that chicken breast, the chicken tenders that they have, and if you put vinegar, I have all of you guys try it. Put vinegar and lemon juice on it. It will cook it. It will
Vinegar
turn
do
into a
everything.
pale, but guess it's not gonna hurt us though, right? So at this point in my life, I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna try to stay away from what I can. I haven't eaten pork in years, so I'm gonna try to stay away from some of the things that I can, but then I'm still gonna live. I can't, I'm not a scientist. I can't do anything about it. It's gonna be all this propaganda going back and forth, and I'm not gonna go crazy. Not me. Not even.
What
But
about you, Victoria?
2030, people, 2030, Agenda 2030.
You gonna stop eating too?
I mean, I take it. I start slow. I gotta take
Have
it
you heard
one
about
step at a
artificial
time.
foods and stuff like that before? Like seedless grapes, seedless everything. Have you heard of that? Like what we talking about
I've
before?
heard of it, but from what I understand, they're all supposed to have seeds. So if it's seedless, they say it's not real.
True. Like Dr. Sabi said, don't even eat nothing without
But I
seeds
like
in it.
my back so big. I like to get to it fast. I'm
I
not gonna lie. I like
feel like
seedless.
the seedless grapes. I know I'm not the only one. I feel like the seedless grapes is just the best shit. Like it's the best thing.
Like
Like
I
a
don't
purple
have
one.
time to
Really.
spit out those seeds. I'm trying to eat like 10 grapes at one time.
Right.
I
I
can't get
hate
all
that.
10 seeds out.
Like
But you
yeah.
know what? You can't even find it though. It's hard to find a seeded watermelon. You can find it going up. What is that?
You said seedless
Is that
watermelon?
301? Yeah, seeded with the
Seedless
watermelon. It's
watermelon.
called seeded watermelon. You can't find a seeded
It's
watermelon too
hard.
much. Yeah, it's hard to find a seeded. Now you can. I think is it 41 or 301 going into where is it? Is it Sun
41.
City? I
It's
think it's Sun
41.
City.
Oh, that's
I
301.
think
41
it's a
goes into
Sun
Sun
City. I think
too.
Oh yeah,
it's
41
over in
goes to
that
Sun City
area.
too.
Yeah, it's over in that area where the watermelon patch is at, where we used to get some of our watermelons from, and they were seeded.
We
But
used to,
yeah,
it used to be a dude. He from Avon Park area, Sebring, Avon Park, and he used to bring watermelon down here. They was real watermelon, real watermelon. I don't know where he at. I haven't seen him in a while, but we used to go off of 34th. 34. I called him Soup. His name was Soup. They called him Soup. I ain't gonna say his real name, but his name's Soup. He used to be on 34th over there, 34th area, 34th and Sly area, over there in that area. Right there. He used to sell some real watermelon. But it's about that time right now. I don't want to keep going in this subject because y'all know how we go with keep going over and we'll pass what we got to do. So right now, what we're gonna do, we're gonna bring up the next topic, which is
Our next segment.
next segment. That's what it is. That's it. Next segment is that's what you're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
You gotta swerve on them. Say swerve on them.
Right. What's no?
Like Lil Boosie. They swerve on them.
I don't know about no little Boosie, but anyway,
He ain't never had shit.
we're going with the celebrity gossip. So stay tuned. Go get your drink real quick, and we're gonna come back with celebrity gossip. And celebrity gossip is brought to you by Deluxe Braiding. I said it right, Deluxe Braiding.
Deluxe Braiding LLC, also known as Deluxe Braid Lounge in Riverview, Florida.
And King's Castle ENT. What you got going on for us today?
Well, today I have some celebrity gossip for you guys from the fact that, and this is allegedly, let me not call it a fact. This is all allegedly.
I go like this. We say allegedly. Quotation mark.
Okay, celebrities are allegedly paying off millions for Diddy freak-off tapes. Kanye went off on his lawyer. And also, Lotto went to visit Saudi Arabia, and she was ordered to wear a baggy dress and not to twerk.
Yeah, they don't.
So that's my 3 topics. They don't play that shit.
So what we're gonna talk? We talk about the Diddy first. What y'all got? What y'all take on it? Celebrity paying millions.
Yeah, let me give you some details about that. They're allegedly celebrities are bidding on Diddy's tapes to prevent their names from being exposed. According to Daniel Baldwin, celebrities are having a bidding war over Sean Diddy Combs' freak-off tapes. Here's what Baldwin said.
Okay, go ahead.
Federal agents arrested hip-hop mogul Sean Diddy Combs for racketeering, sex trafficking, and transportation to engage in prostitution. And the tapes of his freak-offs garner attention from the public. Combs filmed his freak-offs / sexual performances that often went on for days. According to Daniel Baldwin, celebrities want their hands on those tapes as they don't want them to emerge in the public eye. Sean Diddy Combs' freak-off tapes received much initial attention after his arrest. Combs allegedly taped the day-long sex parties in order to blackmail the participants potentially. According to Daniel Baldwin, electronically recorded celebrities are now participating in a bidding war to get their hands on the tapes. So that sounds like he's saying that he's got proof of this. Like it's electronically recorded that this is what's going on right now.
I mean, well, you got VCR tapes and shit of everything what somebody was doing. I mean, you got tapes in there, but the thing about it is like, man, y'all grown. What y'all did in the past, y'all did in the past. I mean,
The thing with
But
Diddy
some
is
people,
like,
I think. Go ahead,
my thing
baby.
with Diddy is I always thought, correct me if I'm wrong, wasn't everyone like willing, like grown, willing, like willfulness, participate? That's why I don't understand. I really don't understand the thing with Diddy as far as what crime was committed. If everyone was there for a good time and everyone was all with it at the time, then I don't understand the issue. I guess if they were
Where's the
underage, then
issue?
yes, I see the issue in underage. But as far as everything else, they were paid for sex. That's what they wanted,
The
right?
issue is that the parties were spiked. The drinks were drugs. You know what I mean?
Now
Like
that's the
everybody at
issue.
the party
That's the
is
issue.
under
Like
the
the Bill
influence now.
Cosby type of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, I can see the issue in that as well.
That's what they're saying. All of his parties were spiked. So with people still waking up being like, oh yeah, it was crazy there last night. Like nobody really was trying to expose that they did something that they might be like not. I want to stay in agreement with because I feel like I don't know. I lean kind of toward like some people are victims of him. If you thought that he was your friend, yeah. If you thought that he was somebody cool who wouldn't blackmail you, like what kind of person can blackmail you? Somebody that's pretending to be your friend. So
I agree. It's just
I
it be
feel like
so much
that's what
going
a lot
on
of it is
nowadays.
gonna
You
have
can't
something to
really.
do
I
with.
really don't know what you can believe and what you can what not believe. I don't know how much of this true. I wasn't there.
what you got to say about it, Tasha?
Well, I personally am not going to sit here and believe that all this stuff is going on in the opening. I'm not going to believe that. It's just like a person that does something to a child and it's not going to be in the open. You know what I mean? So I truly think that a lot of the celebrities are paying because they don't remember what they did at
Maybe.
the parties.
Yeah.
And they don't want us to see some of the freaky stuff that they were into. I think it's just as simple as that. I think there's a lot of my peers that if somebody said, hey, Freaknik, we got tapes, I'm sure there's a lot of my peers that would pay to get the tape with them on it. It's not saying that they're guilty. I don't even think that these people that's paying are even looking at the fact that if they're guilty or not, because that's not even the point. The point is that they just don't want us to see the real them. You know, I just feel that way. You know,
It's also
just to
a
think
matter of
if
what type of action the feds are trying to take, because there's an instance of a party where the girl on the table was a minor and nobody knew she was a minor. So look at all the attendees at the party. You've all laid eyes on or ate off of a child, basically. Like that's what.
yeah, but if you look at, okay, so we're not talking about
You
our,
know, that's why I look at it like it might be more sinister than we think. It's like, who set this up? Like, who's behind
right,
this?
right. But remember, we have to look at reality. Their parties are not our parties. Their parties is not, I'm going to a party and I'm going to automatically be able to see who's on the table. They had somebody did an interview, right? And she said she was at the parties and people were being, you know, whatever. She said that she said she believed that there was somebody laying on the table, but she couldn't see. You know why? Because it was a whole bunch of people surrounded. So if I'm way back there and they got something going on over here, I don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Let's just be realistic about it. So the ones that actually is involved, I'm quite sure Diddy didn't told them who they were. I'm quite sure. But I think that all these celebrities are paying because they just don't want us to see how freaky they are. I would pay. I sure would.
I agree.
If I
They
would,
have
I
kids.
would
These people,
pay.
some of these parties date back so long ago. These people are older. They have grandkids now, so I can agree with that.
I
And
think
and
I think
Like the freak dick, basically.
well, the only man on the panel right now,
yeah.
the only man on the panel right now. I can't say nothing about Freaknik, but Black Beach Week, Daytona. They said so this that. Yeah, I probably did. I'm being honest. Yeah, I probably did. No gay shit now, but other shit, yeah,
Right.
I did. But I feel that these people, these superstars, what it is they want proof that they was the man back then, and they did. I ain't talking about the women. I'm talking about the man, because the women try to hide what they did. The men want to be like, man, yo, boy, I tell you, boy, when I done smashed this many hoes, I done did this, I done did that, blah, blah, blah. They kids, you know, you talking to your son don't believe they see somebody, you out of shape, you big, you out of shape, you know what I'm saying? You don't look like you ain't no damn player. You get what I'm saying? So now, Diddy got these tapes, like, I'm finna show you. But then when they get these tapes, they can be like, well, damn, I ain't even on these motherfucking tapes. I done paid damn $10 million to see motherfucking Jay.
It's a blackmail tape. It's specifically a blackmail tape. Like,
All right. So Kyle said if they were slipping and sliding without the song being played, they should have got their asses out of there, right? I had one bottle of baby oil for the past 5 years, and it's still half full. Yeah, right. I agree with that, because once the thing about it, when you go somewhere, and like I said, I'm agreeing with Kyle. When you go somewhere, me personally, if I go somewhere, if I watch my drinks, I watch my surroundings. If that surrounding it ain't right, I get the fuck out of there. Like this ain't my
Right.
it's not my cup of tea. I watch the bartender pour my drink, this, that. When I slipped a couple of times. When I slipped, because things happen to me different when I get spiked drink from what some other people may do it. But then, you know, other people got different ways how they respond to it, you know. And like one time I had find out that somebody put some Visine in this lady drink.
Ooh.
And
That's
back
the
then,
old date racing.
blah. But the thing about it is, I took that lady drink to drink because that lady didn't drink. So it reacted to me, and I got violent. I know I wasn't supposed to be feeling like this. You get what I'm saying? I ain't supposed to be feeling like this off over no fucking one drink. So what I'm saying is, you know, just like Kyle, like Kyle was saying right there, is like, if you sitting down and you slipping and sliding over some motherfucking sofa because it got all the damn baby oil everywhere, it's time for you to motherfucking go. If you see a bunch of baby oil, you gonna stay at a party. You see, as soon as they say, hey, look what we got the baby oil right here. They can say,
But see, but the baby oil wasn't.
dude, right
You
there.
might want
We got
massage.
1,000.
You want massage?
We
You
got
want back massage?
1,000 bottles of spunk lube right there. You know what I'm saying? They might say that.
Y'all the ones. Y'all want the cheap labor. You want back massage. Tasha want back massage.
Right, right. But you know what? I think we're getting all the parties mixed up. I think we're entwining everything together because the baby oil, remember, that wasn't with the parties, that was hotel action. They
Okay.
supplied the hotel, right? Then they say that there's parties, after party from whatever event, birthday party or whatever. Then there's the after party, right? But then all the other things, those were days. So I don't even call those parties. I call those retreats because they were off and they were for days. They were up from what my understanding is. That's the reason why they had to have the IV because they had to rehydrate. So it's like which event are we talking about? Are we talking about the party? Are we talking about the after party? Are we talking about the hotel slipping and slide with the baby oil? Or are we talking about the retreat when they doing for days? I think it's just all entwined. It's just a lot. It's a
So
lot.
just
I
to
just want to
confirm
say
Footage.
here,
this.
You
the
talking about
actual
the footage
crime
is
that
the
he's
tape.
being, what he's being charged with, the actual crime that he's being charged with, is it for drugging people? Like, what is he being charged with? What's the
That's one
crime?
of the charges. He got charges with the what is it? What is it called?
Transportation to engage in
Transportation.
prostitution.
Yeah,
Okay,
transportation
for flying them
over
out.
over state
Behind the
lines.
scenes
He
of
got some weapon charges because they was able to find the
But
weapons and
it's
some
like
of
what
them.
everybody's talking about. I don't think those are the charges. What everybody just discussing.
well,
Well, no,
he's
because
charged right
everybody is
now for racketeering, sex trafficking, and transportation to engage in prostitution.
no, that's what we're talking about. He's charged with the other stuff too. That's just what we're talking about. We're talking about the racketeering and the prostitution and all of that. But it's just all weird to me. I'm just like, he's just a weird cat that's freaky. And,
I could
and
be
I don't know
overthinking
about some
it.
of the other stuff.
I could be overthinking it, but I just think in the past years, and I'm not saying what these men did were right, but I just think like it's like all this stuff been going on for years. The Bill Cosby, the R. Kelly, now the P. Diddy. And I just feel like they were able to get away with it for so long. And I feel like why do y'all want to charge like why now? It should happen. It should have been happened, but it's like what's happening now. I always think I could be an overthink, but I always think the media is trying to distract us with something bigger. Cause that's
I can
like
Well,
answer
yeah,
this
you
that.
stuff
know
been
what?
it's been going on for years. Like why now?
Why now? I can answer
Look up.
Diddy. There's been people like there's a female that he shot in New York, and like everybody
I saw
basically up
that.
there knows that happened, and she was never able to get publicity ever.
And they said
And
someone
people are
went to
asking
jail for
her why
that. They
now.
said
She's
someone
like, "What? I've
else.
been talking about this."
Yeah, they
Like
said someone else took the charge for that. Like Diddy was able to pay someone to like, I don't know,
yeah.
like
So
say they
like, if
shot
these
her.
people don't want you to be known, you wouldn't be known. I think that would be my answer. Like my thought.
Hey, Kyle said it's a bad sign when Puffy shake your hand and kiss it to greet you at his party. Nigga, did you just what did I say? Did you just kiss my hand too? Yeah, he be kissing like kiss you. What the fuck I'm gonna put my hand up there with a ring like I'm royalty or whatever? I don't know. He probably when he kissed your hand, probably French kissed it too.
Well, Victoria, I get what you're saying, and you know what I was thinking. I seen a couple of videos, right? I seen a video of Sean Combs talking about starting our own government for Black people. Did you guys hear about that?
I seen
Yeah, he
something.
was talking about doing something to empower Black people. He talked about that. Remember, he put a lawsuit on Ciroc, right? Not saying if what they're saying that he did is that is okay. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm
I
saying
agree.
is that
Right.
back to your point of why all of a sudden now, because I'm their age, right? And I'm a big hip hop fan. I mean, from all spectrums. And all this stuff that we're hearing is nothing new. I'm from Chicago. All the stuff with R. Kelly, that was nothing new. We actually had a thing going on to where don't get ard. right? When we used to go to McDonald's, they opened up a McDonald's down the street on 95th and Halsted years ago. And we used to go to McDonald's and they used to always say, don't get art. But that's before he even became real famous, right?
Art.
So it's always been known, right, that that these things are inside things been going on.
Wait,
But
what
it's a
does
bigger
art stand
picture, babe.
for? What does R mean?
R. Kelly, don't get art. Don't get R. Kelly. You know, he used to go to the McDonald's.
Oh
It's in
wow.
the court records. It's in the court records, guys. So I'm not just saying this. But he used to go to the McDonald's and that's how he used to get attract young girls. Now, mind you, back then, now I must say, not saying that it's good and it's okay, but back then we were grown, honey. In the 80s, are you kidding me? When I was in the seventh and eighth grade, I thought I was grown. I really did. Thought I was grown. So I think it's a bigger picture than what they want us to believe because him with baby oil, okay, so what? That's not a crime, right? It's not a crime for him to have baby oil. It's not a crime for him slipping and sliding. It's not a crime for all the other people if they want to slip and slide with him and put it wherever, whatever hole they want to put it in. That's fine. That's their own personal business, right? But they're putting all this out there, right? And then they're throwing in little bits. Now we got Jay-Z. Now the girl is saying, yeah. But then they got records saying, oh, no, he wasn't even at the award show at that time. So it's all just distraction. And then when something happened, like 2020, right? What happened in 2020, then now all of a sudden we're in a panic. It's like, who cares?
Eric
You know,
Sampson,
I don't know.
we had a comment from Eric Sampson. He said all of it is a distraction. And he also said
Absolutely.
that Diddy put a lawsuit, Ciroc, and he started his own black
Political party. He sure did.
Well,
He sure did. But everybody don't know about that, right?
Yeah, I
They
didn't
don't
know
know
about that,
about,
but I knew it had to
oh
be
yes.
something that he had to be stirring up. But I didn't know all that you guys said. But it's like because even with like it had to be something. I don't know how true it is, but it was like with Bill Cosby, he was talking about buying a network. I don't know how true it is. That's just what I heard. So it's always something going on in the background. Not saying what they did was
Well,
right though.
I'm hearing
but you
that.
know what? Bill Cosby actually did that years prior. That whole trying to buy the network, it did not happen. It was not the year or even within 10 years of when that happened. What it was is if you guys notice, back in the day, Bill Cosby used to talk crap, right? Remember when you guys are so young. When NWA was out, he was saying, things, and he was going around and he was talking about, kids with that grew up with single moms, they was going to wind up in prison and all this stuff, right? But then if you notice later on, he changed that. He started helping more. He started doing more for us, right? Right. And then now all of a sudden this happened. And I truly believe that. Everybody looked at Bill Cosby from when he started at the Cosby Show. I know Bill Cosby from Which Way Is Up. I know Bill Cosby with the hat tilt to the side looking like a pimp. I know that Bill Cosby, right? But then I did grow up to know Cosby, the Huxtables, and all of that. But his image wasn't always like that. And when he was doing the Cosby, in order for him to keep his image, he had to say something about the crime that was going on. He had to say something about what what we're doing. You know what I mean? And then when he changed it around, look at what happened. It's sad.
We got a call. I'm gonna call because I gave him the link to come on there. So I'm gonna put him up here. Hey, you on the show now. So what you calling for? What you got to say?
I'm a little slow. Yeah. All that ain't nothing but a distraction. Bill Cosby, they knocked him off of that film because he didn't want them to jail up under his house before. R. Kelly got knocked out because he wouldn't get the bathroom. So, the song. And Diddy, he seen so rock. And once started on Black Political Party. The folks say, boy, that's good.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, I'm going to cut you off now. We're back on the show. Bye.
That's true
That
though. When
input
you really
is
think about it.
Thank you for that input, Mr. Sampson.
okay. That's Eric Sampson. Thank you.
Yeah. So
Thank you for your input, sir.
So what's the second thing you said there?
So we was talking. I was trying to let y'all know that I seen Lotto, a picture of Lotto, and she was dressed a little bit differently. So I found out she went to Dubai and she did her
Okay,
big.
okay. Annie. Who is Lotto? Who is Lotto?
Oh, she's a singer, right? A rapper?
Lotto's a
Is
rapper.
she young
Big
rapper from
Big Mama.
oh, I know who you're talking about. She's kind of light skinned,
Big Mama.
right?
Yeah, she's from Ohio for
Yeah,
real.
I think I know. I think I know you're talking about.
You gotta
Okay,
know
go
now
ahead.
though,
Sorry
she's
about
from
that.
Ohio. You gotta know now that she's from Ohio. So
Baby,
she
I'm
did a big
52
one.
years old. I know the OJs. I know. I
Well,
know
she
Mary
might be
J.
in my age
Blige.
range, but yeah, she a young girl. This is a baby girl.
Okay,
She's been rapping since she was
I
like
think I know you're
12,
talking about.
13.
I know you're talking about.
I remember seeing Lotto when
Mhm.
she was like teenage and everything, but she went to Atlanta, got some deal down there. I don't know who she signed with, but basically on it's been about a week or so. Like on December 12th, she performed at Soundstorm on in Saudi Arabia. So they got real strict decency laws, right? So they told her no twerking
Mhm.
and don't basically you need to wear a baggier dress. So she wore it and she looks good, and she had like a ponytail. She had on this like cheetah print baggy dress thingy. It's all long, and then she's got like a black dress up under it. It looks comfortable. It looked like she did her thing. But yeah, she didn't break them rules. She ain't go over there and break them laws.
Well, I'm gonna tell you all about
That's
this,
good.
ladies. I'm gonna tell you about this, ladies. When you go overseas to Dubai, Saudi Arabia, or the Middle East, and all that,
Trump ain't gonna get your ass out. Oh,
I'm gonna tell you like
you
this.
better act right.
I'm gonna tell you like this. You got to dress appropriately. You look at
Right.
WWE. WWE always have events in Saudi Arabia and all that. They always have events there. You look at the wrestlers when they go there. Look at the lady wrestlers when they go up there. They don't have them damn them tights on that was showing half of their booty and stuff like that. They have pants on, not
Right.
pants. I was saying they have the long joggers or whatever. They full their body is covered. They from top to bottom. They breasts is not showing this and that, because guess what? You go over there and you show any type of skin, your ass will get locked up.
Yeah, you will.
Even if you're going over there for one of the porta parties or whatever,
you gotta be dressed.
You still got the dress.
I don't
when
think
you go out there.
Dubai is
You got
Dubai
the
still that
dress.
strict too.
You got anything overseas. You cannot be showing no ass. You ain't showing no ass when you go up there. That's Saudi Arabia, Dubai. You cannot show no ass. Just like they told Lotto, you can't do this. You can't twerk this. And them ladies over there ain't doing that. They ain't falling for that shit right there. You can't do that overseas right there. Just because you do it in America don't mean you can go over there and do it. As soon as you go over there and do it, guess what? Your ass getting locked up. That's all I got to say about that. Like Forrest Gump said, that's all I got to say about that. In so many words, that's what he said. You get your ass, you take your ass over there if you want to. Talking about I'm going to go to the pool and you don't got no right attire on going to that pool. As soon as you go to the pool, you're going to go straight to that damn jail and you're going to be sitting out there breaking down big bricks into little rocks, into gravel. That's what your ass going to do.
In jail?
Yeah, you going. Oh, that jail is rougher than jail here. They said jail overseas is rougher than the prison here, than the worst prison here. That's what they say.
You know what I never understood? How people be like starving and working.
Eric said it's always a crack.
Slaves.
What it say? It's always a crack already. Okay, I can read right here. It's always a crack already guessed, because all over and on top of that, they don't want them to have anything, and they don't want them to have. And they don't want them to have.
Oh, he said they stay stoning a woman in the Middle East for showing too much ass in the Middle East. Well, for showing ass at all.
You can't show nothing.
Yeah, she adjusted her performance and she did not turn around, because you know when she twerks, she turned around to the audience and be dancing. Like, she didn't do that at all.
No, because you can't do that right there. You can't be sexual, all that sexuality, sexual stuff that they do here. You can't do that in certain countries. And I say certain countries in Dubai, certain countries in Africa, you can't do that. That's out of the question. You can't do that. Now, if you go to Japan, I see these Asians twerking. You can do that there. That's their country. And you do what you know what I'm saying. Different strokes of different folks. But you ain't going no Dubai doing no shit like that. You ain't going no Dubai sitting up there talking about you finna go swimming with a motherfucking tee back on swimming suit. You ain't doing that shit. You jumping in the pool, they gonna send your ass to jail. They gonna send your ass straight to jail.
All right, so that wraps up the celebrity gossip for this week. We got like 5 minutes left. I want to let y'all know that Kanye did cuss out his lawyer because he's such a fucking genius. He went on one of his Kanye rants, and I don't know, for some reason it went viral, I guess. And I just wanted to share that with you guys. For those of you who like trending topics and like to stay up to date on the celebrity gossip, that's all I got for y'all. Even though sometimes my gossip is positive, you know what I mean? I like to support yada, yada, yada.
And Kyle said right there, say, yeah, they strong women for showing they stoning women for showing too much ass in the Middle East. Just like I'm saying, yeah, you can't do that. Yeah, you can't do that over there. They don't play that shit over there. They don't play that shit. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you though, right? Some of y'all American women, y'all may be mad at me, but y'all better take note of the motherfuckers over there cross seas. You know what I mean? Y'all don't, a lot of y'all women don't got too out of hand right now. You know, y'all done got out of hand. I know. Okay, he gonna hear about this later. We would all that blase. Guess what? I still said it. I still say a lot of women in America, y'all done got out of hand with this bullshit. I mean, you go to the beach. We back when I was growing up, we used to have to sneak these nudie magazines and look at these nudie magazines and all that to look at a little bit of half a cheek or whatever this and that. Now you just go to the beach, you see damn near everything.
So did you used to go to the beach when you was a kid?
What I'm going to the beach for? I ain't nothing out there. I go
It's
to the
booty
water.
cheeks out there.
They didn't have no booty cheeks out there when I was a kid.
But you weren't there.
They didn't have no booty cheeks showing when I was a kid. They didn't have no booty cheeks.
The bathing suits were different. The bathing suits were different.
The bathing suit was different. That's what I'm saying. The bathing
suit
was different.
People in black and white in the black and white pictures with their butt cheeks.
No, the bathing suit wasn't like this. Right now, all they got is one fucking string. That's it. That's all they got. One fucking string up there. That's all they got, right? Even when I go to Daytona Beach, Black Beach Week, they have bathing suits on, but they didn't have the little string bikinis. And I'm saying that to me, that's inappropriate for little kids, especially little boys, because they thinking, you know what I'm saying? It's too much sexuality showing.
It's just nastiness. Like it's a violation. It's almost like how you know we want to see that. You know what I mean? So you really violating people. Don't no kid want to see that. They like, ew.
I know? Think nobody don't want to see
it. No, that's how you do it. It's a choice if somebody wants. When you saying it's sexual, then yes, it's a choice if I want to see that.
I said,
like you can't just be showing me this shit. Like no, I don't give a fuck if your shit do look good. Like don't say how you know I didn't consent to this.
Don't say don't force me
for the kids. Hey, that's gonna be our time right now because y'all know how we gonna go over. So we're gonna take a break halfway through it. Then when we come back, we're coming back with our topic for the night.
With our guest.
With our guest, yes. Our guest and the topic for the night.
That's old. Easy thing.
Break queen. I can show you how to get paid, queen. I can show you how to get like me. Touch down and take clients in any city like me. Be a boss in the streets, it really costs when we eat. I'm getting paid in my sleep, I might just brave for free. I walk into the spot, I'm who they came to see. She think I want her man, he a lame to me. His mama came to me, his sister paying the fee. And I'm all the way up, what you thought I was asleep? 500 for Bohemian is nothing to me. Just hit my line, you can trust me. Autistic kid, I got a special seat. What's your favorite show? And would you like a drink? It's my money, I need it now.
All right, Brave Queen. That's by Annie Logue. Like I say, sponsored by Braid Loud, Deluxe Braid
Deluxe
Loud.
Braiding LLC, and that song was by me. I do jingles for companies. If you have a car lot or business or product you would like a jingle or song for, then hit me up.
I do jingles too, but my jingles like Luke, old school. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, drop it, shake it, drop it. Those are my jingles.
Jingle bells.
Now ain't no jingle bells. But anyway, hey, our topic for tonight, we're gonna bring our special guest on. She already been on here, but she can ready to tell her story. Um, Victoria Carter. It's right there. She got a GoFundMe page for her son right there. Y'all look at it right there and go ahead and donate. She's gonna tell her story because I feel right now that a lot of things got pushed to the side. A lot of people get away with stuff happening, and that's because nobody don't got no way to be on a person platform to put the spread what's going on. So what she's talking about, a couple mothers done been through the same situation. So I'm glad to have her on the show right now, so she can ready to tell her story. So hey, there you go, Victoria. Got any
Hello.
questions, opinions? Hey, put them in the comments.
Okay, can you guys hear me well?
Yeah.
Loud and clear.
Okay. Well, again, my name is Victoria. I'm just here tonight to kind of tell you guys a little bit about me and my son's story. My son name is Dylan. He's 3 years old. Um, when I got pregnant with him back in 2021, I opted to do a home birth. During that time, it was kind of still during COVID times, and the hospital rules was like still very strict. So I opted to do the home birth, and I had searched online for a midwife. And at that time, it was it was my first child, and I was kind of concerned because you hear all these things about Black women and giving birth, and like how all these it's high in statistics that that Black women die during birth, but something just goes wrong. So it was scary for me, like having my first child. I was scared. So when I looked for my midwife, quite honestly, I wanted to find someone. I searched Black midwives, Black owned midwives. I wanted to find someone that looked like me, someone who understood me to deliver my baby. So I searched and I found a midwife. And when I went to this midwife page, I saw that she had delivered some other girls that I had saw babies. So I felt like at ease, like okay, she's done this before. So I set the appointment. I met the lady. I met with her. There was a couple red flags that went off. The first red flag was that she was running the business out of her home. Like it said, it was a birthing center. She advertised this birthing center, but it was at her house. But I thought, like, it's during COVID, so maybe she's just doing it at home. And when I went inside, she had an office that was set up as like a doctor's office. And if you were to Google her name right now, the address that you would find as a business is really her home address. If you were to look her up. So
What's the
I went to
name?
my. Her name is Sizzly. Sizzly. Last name is Auer.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's her name, and yeah, so my appointments was going fine. Again, I'm a first time mom, so it's not too much that I know to expect when it comes to an appointment. And I'm the first person in my family that did a home birth. So then again, my family didn't really know what to expect. So I did the basics. I checked to see if she had her license. I she had references because I knew people who baby she had delivered, and no one had said anything bad about her. So I trusted her. So I was due on Thanksgiving Day 2021. So my baby was expected to come on Thanksgiving. He actually came the day before Thanksgiving. And I labored all day. It wasn't too bad. I labored all day, but when it was time to push, things happened very fast. When he began to be like delivered, his head came out and that was it. Just his head came out. And he was stuck.
Mhm.
I was in the tub of water and he was stuck. And of course, everybody was panicking. But I feel like the midwife in that point, I felt like she was the professional. She was the one that was supposed to keep the level head, but she panicked as well. which resulted in her basically pulling. If you go to the news interview, you'll see the video. They have it blurred, but you can see both of her hands on his head. And she's like pulling and twisting, and she's pulling. And she did that so hard that she ripped the nerves from his spine that controls his arm. So so basically it paralyzed his arm. And eventually she was able to pull him out. They had to take me out the tub. So his head was out, then take me out the tub and put me on the floor. And eventually you'll see in the video she was able to snatch him out. When she pulled him out, his arm was just like limp. And my sister, my sister at the time, everything was recorded. My sister at the time, she said his arm, but in that moment, I didn't know what was going on, so it was ignored. And eventually, they took me to the room, and maybe probably like an hour or two after my son was born, she said, "You're going to have to take him to the doctor and get an X-ray. I think his clavicle is broken," is what she said. But she was like, babies are resilient. They heal really fast. Like a week or two, he's going to be fine. So, I was like, okay, I'll take him to the doctor. Tell me where to go, when to go. And we went and did that. We went to the doctor's. I had him the day before Thanksgiving, so we didn't go that next day because she said it was something that we can wait to do that Friday. So we went that Friday to do the X-ray. And then it turned out that nothing was broken. Like he didn't have it was nothing broke. And at that time, that's when like we knew. Well, that's when they told me that it must be, Erb's palsy, a brachial plexus injury, which is where the nerves are damaged.
Okay.
And the severity of that damage, they couldn't tell me at that time. Because how can they see the nerves? They don't know if the nerves was just stretched out a little and they're going to heal in a couple months. They don't know if the nerves was completely ripped from the spine and they're never going to heal. They don't know what nerves were affected. They don't know. So the only thing they really can say is that it'll get better with time. And that's the only information that I was like offered. Like my baby primary care came in and told me that it's a nerve damage. He's never going to use that arm. It's going to get better with time. Whatever he gets back is just be thankful. That's what she told me. That was it. There was no treatment. That was it. And then she sent me on my way. As a first time mom, that she sent me on my way. But I searched for more answers. The first thing I did was went on Facebook. I know that's probably so crazy to say. I went on Facebook and I
No,
searched brachial plexus group. Like, 'cause I wanted to find other people that was going through. I had never heard of brachial plexus.
exactly.
I
And you always
never.
can. You always can find people.
Exactly. I never even knew something like that could happen. My mom has 4 kids. I'm the youngest of 4 kids, and I was the last one to have a child. My older sister got 4 kids. My sister before that got 2. My brother got 2. I never knew that a baby can get stuck. I had never heard of that. So when I couldn't go to, that was something that I couldn't go to them for. They had zero experience in that field. There was no one that I can go to. So I went on Facebook and I searched brachial plexus and I found brachial plexus for parents. So I joined that group. And then that's when I started seeing like, other parents. And I saw in all these messages, everyone was saying Dr. Cozen, Dr. Cozen, Dr. Cozen. So I'm like, who is this doctor? Everyone's saying that he's the best doctor. Like, I'm like, I thought it was no doctor. His doctor said that was just it. So I Googled the doctor and I found out that he specializes in doing surgeries for brachial plexus injuries. Like he's like the top in the country. Like everyone uses him. However, it's in Philadelphia. Calm down, Dylan. By the time I found out about the surgery and all that stuff, Dylan was about 4 months old. He was 3 months. And my maternity leave was ending when he was 4 months. I reached out to the doctor via email and I told him about my son. And then he emailed me back and said, we'll do a telehealth. We did the telehealth appointment. He spoke to me for a little bit and he said, Dylan needs surgery. And he was able to tell me that just from a telehealth appointment. Meanwhile, he had saw all these doctors in person in Tampa. And this doctor was saying, like, your son needs surgery. And no one in Tampa had said that to me ever. No one had even said surgery was an option. But even then, as a first-time mom, my baby only 3 months. So it's like, and it's way in Philadelphia and I have to go to work. It's like so much to decide. But I decided to take my baby to get the surgery. So we flew to Philadelphia a month later. We were there for a week. He was in surgery for 10 hours. They even before they did the surgery, they weren't able to tell me the extent of the damage because they needed to go in to see what was going on. So even when they took him away to go to surgery, at that moment I really didn't know, the extent of what was going on. And then at first they said like a 4 hour surgery, then 4 hours turned to 5 hours, then 5 hours, 6 hours, and it got to 10 hours. And like, of course, I'm like freaking out. I'm waiting in Philadelphia by myself. My baby only 4 months. He's in there in surgery. I had never even had surgery. My baby at 4 months is having surgery. It's going on 10 hours. So when they finally brought him out, they told me his nerves weren't just like damaged. Two of the nerves were completely ripped from the spine. And it was the two nerves that control the wrist on down. So like his hand, his finger, his wrist. The other nerves, they were just like rupture. I guess they're like stretched. They weren't like completely avulsed though. So those right there, they were able to, like they said, repair a little bit more. They cut him 3 times on both legs. So he got a total of 6 cuts on his legs, 3 on each leg. And they were able to like harvest nerves from his leg. They also like cut him like, wait, baby. They also cut him below his rib cage to also harvest more nerves. So they were taking nerves from other parts of his body to try to repair the nerves in his arm. So that's what took them that long. And then the damage was way more. The damage was way more than what we had thought or what we had expected once they got in there. And that's why the surgery was like being extended. Um, but after the surgery, the doctor told me that, that they think that they did well and that that surgery had went well. However, they have said that from the wrist on down, like the most severe damage, like where it was completely torn from the spine, they had said that part of it, not that it wouldn't heal, but they said that basically that they just have to wait and see because because it was damaged so badly, like the two nerves that were ripped from the spine, they were just like, we gotta wait and see. At that time while I was there, like doing the surgery, during this time, I still don't know yet that the midwife is to blame because the midwife had told me that that it had happened because I wasn't pushing hard enough. So here we are 4 months later. I still blame myself. I still didn't know that, she was to blame. So once I was there at the hospital, they did the surgery. I was just talking to the surgeon and I mentioned that I had a video. And then he was like, "Oh, you have a video?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then I showed him the video, and when he watched it, he was like, "Do you mind if I show the other doctors?" And he like called the other doctors in. They all were just like watching. I'm like, what's going on? And that's when they told me that like the midwife was like negligent, like that everything she did was wrong, and that she wasn't
Oh,
supposed to do none of the stuff that she did.
oh
So
no.
like before that moment, I didn't know that like before that moment, I had blamed myself, like low key, secretly always blamed myself because she told me, and again, this is my first child, so I don't know. She told me that it happened because I wasn't pushed. Even in the video, like why I said this video, she said it in the video. Oh, he got stuck. She wasn't pushing. Once the surgeons seen the video, they said everything she did was wrong. The first thing was putting her hands on his head. She was never supposed to pull him by his head. She was never supposed to do that. Also, in the video, she said you can hear her saying push, push, push. They said once his head came out and the body didn't follow, I was supposed to cease pushing, no more pushing. The more that I pushed, the deeper I pushed his shoulder into my pelvic bone. The more I pushed, the more I got him stuck. And you can hear her in the video saying push, push, push. So putting her hand on his head, she wasn't supposed to do that. She wasn't supposed to be telling me to push. And she is and with the brachial with once in that world, the midwife world, the people who deliver babies, they know that it's 5 maneuvers that you're supposed to try when the baby head comes out and the body don't follow. She didn't try any of those maneuvers. But again, I didn't know this stuff. So I don't know that it's maneuvers that she's supposed to try.
Right.
I don't know that I'm not supposed to push, but they said that in her profession, she was supposed to know
Yeah, it's not
not
our
to do
job to
those
know. As a
things.
mom, it's not your job to know what that all of that. Like it's not your
Exactly.
job to know at all.
Exactly. So,
That's,
like I said, for the longest, she led me on to believe that it was my fault. And in that moment, when the doctors told me that, it was like, that this could have been prevented. This was something that could have been prevented had she did what she was supposed to do what she's trained to do in that moment. But she didn't do that, which resulted in my baby being injured. the surgeon said, like, you need to hold her liable. Like, the surgeon put me in contact with like a lawyer that specializes in these type of cases, because he was like, this is something that she needs to be held liable for. So from that point is when the lawsuit started being pursued, like right after the surgery. The lawsuit went up until just this year, like this year in May. She never responded to the lawsuit, and that's what kind of got it prolonged, because they kept like, serving her. She never ever responded, and she sent me an email back in like June or July of this year, and in the email she said that she never responded to the lawsuits because she felt that I deserved something, and she felt is that if that she fought the lawsuit that I wouldn't get anything. So her excuse is that she never responded to the lawsuit to help me. That's what she said in the email. But in the end, when the lawsuit was all done, you know, there was no insurance to collect from. She had no coverage at all. So there was nothing to collect on. And her excuse, well, what she said is that she didn't have insurance because she got COVID and she didn't have the money to pay her insurance. However, my lawyer, when she did her research, she hasn't had insurance in over 10 years. She has not had insurance in over 10 years. She found a loophole, which who knows how many other people don't found this loophole, but she found it, somebody else found it. But she found the loophole where she's able to renew her license every year and not carry insurance by marking exempt since she don't practice in the state of Florida. So
Hmm.
she's able to have license in the state of Florida. She's able to renew her license every year. But I have proof. I have all the documents. Like I gave y'all my social media page. Y'all can go and look. I have all this. My lawyer sent me over everything she had on her. I have all the proof. Some people think I just be talking, but I have all the proof to back up what I'm saying. When she renewed her license, she checks the box for exempt for not practicing in the state of Florida. She has delivered so many babies in the state of Florida in the last 10 years for her to be not saying that she's not practicing. And in addition, not only does she practice in the state of Florida, she accepts Medicaid. She's quote unquote not practicing in the state of Florida, but the state of Florida is paying her. I don't know how that works out. So because she don't have insurance, she like basically nobody was she wasn't held liable. And at this time, she's at this current moment, she's still actively practicing delivering babies, and she still don't have insurance. You can look her up. She still don't have insurance. It's crazy. So even with we just last week a news interview came out. Hopefully that shed some light. I'm here with y'all tonight. Hopefully this shed some light and hold her make her be held accountable. She has to in some sort of way. She shouldn't be delivering babies.
Agreed. Questions, comments before I start?
I'm just like, and I'm so sorry that you and your son had to go through that for sure. Did she cut you at all? Like, did she
No,
try to? Okay,
no.
because I was gonna say when you said that the baby got stuck, that's the first thing came to mind.
I think that
Is
is what they
that
fix.
right? Because remember, they usually would kind of go around and try to see if the baby, if they feel like the baby is able to come out. If not, when it's time for labor, they would cut you. So, okay, so you're saying that she's still in the state of Florida. Have you spoken with? I'm quite sure you probably have tried to get her disbarred or something. And I don't know. Our system is
Right
just
now we have an open investigation with like the people. So I guess the state of Florida, the people who you renew your license with, the health department. We do have
Yeah.
an open case with them, but they really have. Basically, he called me and asked me what happened, and that was it. And I haven't heard. I'm assuming the investigation is still going on, but at this current moment, I haven't heard nothing else. Everything that my lawyer has me, I sent them, so they have everything. We basically gave it to them. They really don't need to do no investigation. My lawyer done did all the investigating, and we basically gave it to them with a bow on it. We gave it to the state for them to investigate, and they said they're investigating. And since I come out with these claims, I also have screenshots of this on my page as well. I can say guarantee it's been at least five other mothers that have reached out to me about their horrible experience with her. I
Mhm.
even had a doula reach out to me and the doula said she assisted in a birth with that midwife, and that it was a horrible experience, and that the midwife was unprofessional. So many people have reached out to me and shared their experience, and I asked them for their permission, like to post screenshot, and they gave me their permission. And it's crazy because I felt like, had I not spoke out and had I not, went public with my baby story, those other people, they wouldn't have said anything either. And then that would have mean that, she would just continue to do this. And there not only will there not be any accountability, there'll be no awareness. At least right now, what we have is awareness. We can make people aware of what's going on. If I would never spoke out, there would have been no awareness, no accountability, no nothing. But at least it's like right now, at least we got the conversation going and we got the awareness going. So I mean, I'm happy with what we got going right now. I think the accountability will eventually come.
Yeah, and it takes a lot. I commend you because it takes a lot to keep going. Like sometimes you feel like you're not being heard. I've had 5 kids. I have 5 children. You know what I'm saying? So I've given birth 5 times. You know what I'm saying? So like a lot of the stuff you said, I can relate to. I've had one kid born with a broken clavicle. That's very common. You know what I mean? And like it was a lot of flags, just a lot of flags with what was going on in the beginning with the lady. Just anyway, I can relate just as a mother. I have a daughter also that was born with a condition at birth and is due to malpractice and etc. So I can relate in the sense that when you start talking about something, like that's something very close to your heart. And I just commend you for speaking out about it. Like I want to encourage you to keep on doing that because like that's important. Like this is something that's been affecting more than just, you know what I mean? Like you're helping more people too. You're helping more people.
I agree. And I want my baby story to be told, but I also feel like the story is somewhat bigger than me and him.
Yeah.
And that's why I said I feel like getting the story is going is get other women are starting to speak out. And that's just the women that see my story. And I'm not like this super popular person that everyone knows. So I can only imagine there's people that have not seen my page or people that have not come across me or, tell me their personal. I can only imagine how many other moms that are out there with something to say. So that's another reason why I think it's important to keep going. Like if I'm not going to do it, who else is going to do it?
All right, and this is what I'm getting ready to say though, right? I'm gonna say this, right? My oldest son came out. He came out halfway or whatever. In the hospital, St. Joseph told her, "Don't push." You get what I'm saying? They told her don't push. He wasn't coming out like he's supposed to. They told her don't push. You know what I'm saying? So the lady, she was dead ass wrong. What's her name? I want to say your name is Sizzly.
My name is Sizzly.
Sizzly, or I can't read my own fucking writing. I can't read my own writing. But Sizzly, Miss Sizzly, what part of Florida is she from?
She's actually she graduated from Miami, like Miami-Dade High School, but right now she lives in Wesley Chapel. But she's from Miami.
Wesley Chapel. People think they are
so the thing about it, what I'm saying is, y'all know Florida. If you know Florida, you stay in Florida. We all in Florida. We're about scamming. And I ain't saying we as me, but I'm just saying as a state.
Oh, yeah.
And this motherfucker from Miami, so you know what I'm saying, Miami, Tampa, Jacksonville, you know what I'm saying, them the top like scamming cities right there.
So she know how to make everything look legit.
These are scamming.
She really doing this lady taking Medicaid. I missed the part.
Yeah,
Medicaid fined her $30,000 for running an unlicensed birthing center. She owes Medicaid $30,000, but she getting paid for Medicaid right now.
Have you guys reached back out to Medicaid? She froze.
She paused for a minute.
I think she froze.
What I'm thinking is, to be honest with you, what I'm thinking is whoever gave her the license, lawsuit can go deeper than just her.
She got to be using other names and stuff.
No, I'm just saying the lawsuit can go deeper than her. The lawsuit can go deeper than her because if Medicaid if Medicaid, I'm just saying, I'm not a lawyer, so don't quote me on this. I'm not a lawyer.
I think I know what you're about to say.
I'm not a lawyer, don't quote me on this, but if Medicaid is paying her for running an operation without a license, but you still paying her. You know what I'm saying? That's a conflict of
No,
interest right
she
there.
does. She does. No, she does have a license. Remember? Okay, so it's just like having a nursing license or a law degree. You can practice in one state, but you can actually have a license to practice in another state. So what she did was she clicked exempt, which is saying I want to keep my license here in Florida, but I'm not going to practice
Right,
here in
this is
Florida, right? So when you're looking at Medicaid, right? Because that's what I deal with. When you're looking at Medicaid, they're not looking at nothing else except for this lady has a license because she does have a license. They're not in the department to know that she have exempt on that license, if that makes any sense. So
yeah.
she's basically saying, I want a license here. I'm not gonna practice, but I'll let you guys know if I come here to practice. So then she was supposed to go, somebody do exempt. Then they go and let them know, hey, I got this going on here. Then at that moment, they won't be exempt and they may have extra fees or some other classes or something, whatever the regulation is in that state. So with the Medicaid thing, if they're still allowing her to have a license, then they have a right to pay her, right? And also, I was wondering, interesting enough, I was wondering, you know how you can be a braider, right? But then a braider can't be a cosmetologist, right? The difference in the two is the cutting, being able to use the utensils. So if I was just to braid somebody's hair, I could just say I'm a braider, right? Can't do nothing else with it, can't cut it, can't do, put chemicals in it, right? So I can be a braider, but then who's to say that I'm not cut? You know what I mean? I'm braiding, but I'm still cutting. I'm still putting the perm in there. They don't know that. All they know is that I'm a braider, if that
So
makes
that's
sense.
how she got in trouble, basically, for the unlicensed, running an unlicensed facility.
It was a facility. That's the problem.
Through the cracks before.
Okay,
Mhm,
but
mhm.
the thing about it is okay, if you said you said I don't know if you got the girls that she did, if they was in the state of Florida, if she did at least one person in the state of Florida, if she did at least one person in the state of Florida and she put on there that she is not practicing in the state of Florida, that right there is a crime itself.
Yeah, she did. All of us are in the state of Florida.
That's a crime
All of
itself.
us are in the
If
But
you
it's
our
put
not.
kids
But
in
that's not
Florida.
a
My
crime,
birth
though.
certificate, his birth certificate says she delivered him in the state of Florida. She's the one that delivered, and there's so many other girls, even girls who haven't said they had bad experiences. Just women I see on her page, they're all in Florida. She has two birthing centers in Florida, one in Miami, and she has one in Newport Richey, and then she runs one out of her house in Wesley Chapels.
And
But
is
is
it
that
kind of
a crime?
advertised as a healthy, safe, like it's kind of advertised as like a natural
Yes,
alternative?
and really godly. She makes it like her new name. When I had my baby, her name was Birthing Options LLC. But after like the lawsuit and all that stuff, she changed it to Birth God's Way. Is her new like business name,
Right.
Birth God's Way.
and that's the
And if
thing
you
about
go
the
like on there,
LLC,
it's like all godly, like all this godly
and
stuff.
I'm so
that's
sorry
like
about your experience, though. I hate to interrupt you, babe, but I'm so sorry about that birthing experience.
I
Were you
know. I
having
know.
it
It's
natural, like you
sad.
was having it with no pain
but
medicine, or were you using pain medicine?
No, we didn't use no pain medication at all. Like I didn't have
Okay,
nothing at all.
I had
And
three.
saying that's how she's able to get away with it because she's not using medications. She's not cutting anybody. She's not. I can give birth to somebody. I can help somebody give birth. You know what I mean?
Yep, I think
She's
you're right.
not
She's
doing.
not using it. It's something
She's not
technical.
using it as a medical. She's not using it as a medical. So
how she's getting away with it, by using that LLC. That
yeah, by saying
LLC,
she's a naturalist.
she's not responsible for it. The company is just like Victoria said, she changed the name.
You still can
So
sue the company.
no, that company go bankrupt or do whatever it is. That's an LLC. That do not harm the person itself. If I got an LLC and somebody want to sue my LLC, okay, you can sue the LLC. That's not going to hurt my pockets,
Right.
nothing, because I do another
You
business.
just go ahead and do another one, another LLC.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they ain't hurting me personally. That hurting the business. And that's what this
But you
lady
know
did.
what?
It's not hurting her. It's not hurting the business. I mean, it's not hurting her. It's hurting the business. So when she changed her LLC, but at the same time, what she don't understand is a person still can go after her personal because she lied. She lied when she lied right there and said with Medicaid, I don't know if Medicaid is federal or not. I don't know all that yet. But when she lied on the application, said she is not performing anything in the state of Florida right there, I know that's some type of mishap. But she
It's
get
a violation.
charged.
But it's a violation. I don't think that would be criminal though. That would be a violation. She may have to.
Civil,
She, but no, look at what she just said. She already is paying a fine. All it is a fine. She's not going to go to jail behind it. It's a fine.
no, I'm talking
That's
about
all
civil
that is.
lawsuit. Anybody going to jail?
Oh yeah. Civil lawsuit for
She don't
sure,
have to go to
for
jail. She
sure.
want to get, did this, that, and it's
Yeah,
called
it's like
certain things.
personal.
Yeah, certain thing called a class action lawsuit. All these girls that went through the same thing with this lady, this and that, class action
Oh
lawsuit.
yeah, that lawyer could go ahead and gear up if he really want to take it on. He can gear up for all of.
I say go beyond that and get her from being able to do this with other people. I say stop
And that's what
her
I do because I
from
feel
doing
like
them.
suing her. She don't have
Yeah,
nothing. She don't have nothing to pay me, let alone five
right.
other mamas. She don't have nothing to sue her for. Like at this point, I feel like they should just take her license. She doesn't have.
That's what I'm
It's a state
saying, right?
requirement. It's a state requirement that she carries at least 100,000. That's the minimum. The bare minimum is
Hmm.
100,000. The for 6 months policy of the $100,000 insurance was $1,716. That's all she had to pay for 6 months worth of coverage. That's the bare minimum, 100K. She don't even have that, and that's the state requirement. That I don't know if that's just a fine or if that's breaking the law, but she's not following the law, which means that she's doing something wrong.
That's
That would be.
breaking.
I think that would be more of a
That's
fine.
breaking the law. And I worked in the medical field before. I'm not working in the medical field now. I worked in the medical field. And one thing about it is if you don't have your license, there's certain things that you got to get CEUs and all that. You don't have that when it comes to the end of that year, this and that. Your license, they can take your license. And I know with an LPN, I don't know about the nurse, but I know about the LPN because the dude I was working with, he was a LPN. And I kept asking like, why you sit up here pushing patients like I did, you doing CNA work, you a LPN, you licensed this and that. So he give me some bullshit. So guess what I did? Me being me, I looked them up because that's public knowledge, you know what I'm saying? I looked it up. The dude, this was his this was his second infraction. His second infraction. So they suspended him again. So and what I'm saying is, this lady, that's an infraction. She don't got no money, but you can still. I would do that class action lawsuit so they can see how many people she done did this to, and they just not suspend the license, but revoke the license altogether.
Like what you?
Yeah, I say stopping her would be.
Ask the lawyer about though, like because I don't know how you would do that. That's my
I
thing.
would see stopping her because the thing is that the laws and the rules and the policies need to be redone. Because when you're saying that he was an LPN and he did all this why in the world is he even able to touch patients? He shouldn't be able to touch patients.
I'm gonna tell you what I read the second time. I'm gonna tell you what I read because I'm nosy. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna tell you what I read. What he did is, the patient needed pain medicine. Was like, I need some pain medicine. So instead of him waiting for the doctor to sign off on it, he gave the patient the medicine anyway. Okay. You got to wait for that doctor to sign off. You got to wait for that doctor to sign off on that before you deliver any pain medicine to any patient. He took it upon himself to like, okay, here go the pain medicine, this and that. This was the second time. So now if he's not delivering no medicine to the patient, the only thing you're doing is doing what I was doing. You sitting with patients, you sitting up there, you could clean them and blase. But when it comes to medication and all that, you can't do it. Now, if he had harmed the patient physically, no, he wouldn't even been working for the government anyway.
So anybody doing things like that, they know the repercussions behind it. First of all, you went to some type of You know, like anybody doing stuff like that, they know exactly what they're doing to get around the law or whatever. And they know what's going to happen if something happened to the person, basically.
Victoria, I had another question. I had a question for you I thought about. So, where are you guys at now with this? And what is it that you need for people to do? Because she needs to be stopped, and people like her, and also, are you thinking about like going further to make the rules change or change the policy with license and all of that for the state of Florida by chance?
Yes, the news reporter that did Dylan's story, she's an investigative reporter. Her name is Emerald Morrow. She's with Tampa Bay Channel 10 News. So she's working closely with me. She's really passionate about Dylan's story, and she wants to push for accountability. So right now,
Very
I'm
good.
just asking everybody to share, share Dylan's story, get it out there, make sure. I feel like the more people talking about it, the more people that's going to like create a buzz and make the state do something. As of right now, I feel like the state is kind of just like not taking it serious. What
Because they're
Cynthia
moving
said is
for.
that
Right.
It's not one of
her
them. They
Cynthia's
don't
exact
do it
words
for.
was her exact words to me is that I don't have enough followers to impact her business. That's what she told me. I don't have
Life
enough
is
followers
not
to
all
Wait a minute.
about
impact
Wait.
her
Who
followers.
said?
business.
She didn't even
Who
have us.
said
See,
that?
look, we about to jump
That's
that
what she
bitch because
said.
Oh.
That's what she
Okay.
said. She feel like Dylan's story wouldn't go far enough to like even like
Who said
make
it? The
her
news
make a
lady?
difference.
the girl
No,
that
this is what the
did
this is
No.
what the
it,
midwife said. Like
That's what the
when I
midwife
first
said.
went public,
that sounds
when I
like
first
not
went public,
remorseful,
we
right,
had like a
Tasha?
phone. We had talked on the phone, and we talked on the phone. That's one of the things she said. One of the things she said was that I don't have enough followers to impact her business. She also said that I'm mad and spiteful because my son was diagnosed with autism. She said I'm doing all this because I'm angry at the wrong things and I'm taking it out on the wrong person.
I'm gonna,
That's what she said to me on the
I'm,
So
I'm
phone
gonna
that
tell you
when
tells
she
like
said
this.
me.
all of that to me.
I'm gonna tell you like this.
Wow.
I'm gonna tell you like this. All communication that you talk with this lady written. It could be text message and all that. I wouldn't do no phone. All that phone stuff no more. I won't do because you don't have proof.
Mhm.
It's her
I
word
have
against your word.
we recorded the conversation.
Oh, so you
Like I said,
record the conversation?
Oh,
Okay, good. All right,
go to
all
my
right,
yeah.
okay,
go to
all
my
She
right.
social media
told her,
page. We
Yeah,
like,
recorded the
yeah.
conversations. Like and
I
I have
want
the
your
screenshots
example.
of her emails. I have the screenshots of her email, and I made sure I that you can see in the email where it said like who sent it. I made sure I got that part in email so they can see
Okay.
her email. That's the same email that she advertised on her business page. Like I said, I have all the proof. I have all the receipts. So I'm asking everyone just to share it. I want
Mm,
her to be held accountable. The reporter, she's calling. She's constantly calling the state, calling Medicaid, calling the health department, pushing for accountability. As of right now, they tell her is that they can't speak on an ongoing case. They want it's my I feel like the case had is I kind of like it's my case. It's about me and my son, but they won't even tell me like much about what's going on besides that this is an ongoing case. So I really don't know what the state. Maybe they are in the works of taking her license. We won't know. So we're going to keep asking. We're going to keep asking. We're going to keep pushing for accountability. And yes, I do think that loophole should be sealed. When you asked about do I want change in the laws, I think that loophole should be sealed. That whole checking out the box saying you're not practicing, there should be a way for them to verify especially with Medicaid, there definitely should be a
right.
system that filters out, people that's not supposed to currently being practicing the state of Florida, yes, yet accepting the state of Florida's Medicaid. There at least a system for that part. Maybe the private doctors, maybe they can get away, but at least if they're accepting the state funds, the state should know if that person is licensed, if that person is meeting the state requirements. Having insurance is part of state requirements. They should know if the person is meeting state requirements. If they don't meet state requirements, why are the state paying them for doing services that they don't meet requirements to do? I do
That's
think
it.
that
See,
loophole should be filled.
yes, and the issue with that is that there's no more pushing of paper. Okay, so when we're wanting the state to do something, it's not the state doing anything. It's all computerized. They send in something, they match up numbers, and they send it out. Send in something, match up. I'm a navigator, right? And I work with Medicaid and Medicare, right? Medicare Advantage plans, and I don't even know how many cases I have. Think about that. I have no clue on how many cases I have. I know I have hundreds of them, right? So, and the computer tells us when to reach out. We don't just go in there because that's against HIPAA. Even if I work for medical, I still can't go into your account without your permission or have a valid reason to go in there. So there's no checks and balances going on, which is really, really bad because, and it happens all the time. That's how a person in Cleveland is able to get child support and also get child support in Toledo because it's different counties and it's all computerized. No county overrides the other county. It has to be a connection with that, which is really sad. And I feel so bad for you and your son and I just want to tell you that you're very strong. You're strong. You're very articulate. You're not like, I mean, I'm quite sure there probably has been a point when you didn't really have the knowledge that you have now that it was like you probably felt like you was going in a circle. But if you need any help from me, just reach out. Whatever that it is that I can do, I'll try my best. I'm out here in Ohio, so that's a different spectrum that can get a different type of audience as well. So
I'm gonna
Yes,
tell
I
you
most
like this.
definitely
It might
will.
be a long shot, but you know what I'm saying? Put in your lawyer's ear, like, hey, get in touch with Trump. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. The thing about it is right now it's a lot of people, even the Republicans, they got doubt with what Trump can do, blase, blase. But at the same time, is his heart gonna be in it? No.
Or a
Is
lawyer,
the
the
heart
lawyer
going?
can notify.
Is his heart gonna be in it? No, his heart's not gonna be in it. But at the same time, it give him what it got a good. People look at him in a different spectrum. They look at him differently. If you okay, I'm gonna help this
Yeah, I
girl out. I'm
get
gonna
you.
help her out. This and that.
Mm-hmm.
I would say get in touch with him right now. So you know what I'm saying. His first thing in the office, he like boom, and he boom 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 and do this for you. And I ain't saying he's doing it for you, but he making things right. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That people look at
Mm-hmm.
him in a different way.
A lawyer could also possibly let somebody important at the, I don't even know who it would be that y'all would think of to contact, but you probably got to be kind of creative because somebody that works inside of the Medicaid or not Medicaid, but whatever the government that's paying her, like it's welfare, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like if somebody that works there was to say perhaps happen to hear the story or get a letter from a lawyer saying, look, I am going to take this to Trump that there's some issue with the Florida system of what you guys have
Yeah,
going
like
on.
there needs to be something done to like prevent. Because like I said, if she found the loophole, y'all can only imagine how many private doctors, not just midwives, how many doctors that's run private practices that checking the box saying exempt, not practicing in the state of Florida. Imagine how
That's
many
that's
people
something,
getting
true.
away with
that's
Yeah,
it.
something
yeah,
Trump
yeah.
will take serious for one because he loves Florida, like he fuck with Florida. Not that we Trump fans or nothing. I know I'm not, but at the end of the day, that's about to be our
I am.
president. He fucks with Florida. He likes Florida. I think he got a house. I don't know. Either
I
way it
won't.
goes, he loves Florida.
I won't vote for him, but I think that's my dad. I think that's my real daddy.
Oh my goodness,
I mean, we got
the same. What?
he got different wives, had different wives. He
He's
got
got great
he
hair.
got he got babies from different women, and he say shit that he shouldn't be saying out his mouth at this and that. You know what I'm saying? I think my mom was creeping with Trump.
No, but a person doing medical shit without the licensing and things like that, like you almost in the same boat as like the people trying to still do abortions and stuff. Like you're not licensed to do this and this and that. Like you're not supposed to be doing this and this and that. Period. Like
Yeah, that's that underground stuff. But Victoria, my head is just going, and my brain is. I'm thinking of things. Have you guys tried to reach out to some of the representatives that may they stands on things like this, like injury with children and things like that? Have you guys tried to see what representative maybe that you can reach out
I
to?
think I'm not sure. I can ask my lawyer if she's done something like that, but to be quite honest, I wasn't even thinking like that. Like you're like opening my eyes to like another avenue of things. To be quite honest, I never even like thought about that. Even like the part when I said that, they need to somehow tie that loophole. I never even thought that far before. And to be quite honest, I wouldn't know. So that's something that I would need to be educated on, or something that I would need somebody to like, help lead me in the right direction, because I don't know, I wouldn't know what part of the Senate or counselor, or
Right.
I don't know who's in charge of like the health side of things, but I know there has to be someone at the top as far as the medical
Absolutely,
part.
absolutely, absolutely. And have you thought about reaching out to like Tony Braxton? What is the Pete's? I'm talking about, these are celebrities that advocate because they have children with disabilities, with birth defects and things like that. Have you tried reaching out to maybe some of them? I'm Holly
No, but
Robinson
that's
Pete.
all. No, but this is all good stuff that you're giving me that I will do.
Okay, Holly Robinson Pete. She actually, her and her husband has a foundation. Their son, I can't remember what he was diagnosed with. Tony Braxton is another one. Her son has and who else is it that advocate? I would try to reach out to them, tell them your story. You never know what can come out of that. You got Karamo is really good too with helping out. Maybe you can, just to be able to get the word out there, if not anything, and also some resources for you and your child going further. You know what I mean? Like different things that he may need later on in life, to make it a lot easier for him, to where what happened to him won't be a burden. I wouldn't say a burden, but he won't put it as his fault or something wrong with him or something. You know what I mean? So yeah,
And that's
I
why
don't know.
I
I
Great.
just go all the way
Thank
out
you for
there.
and
thank you
that's
for
and
all
that
that.
and
That
that
is all good stuff.
and that's why I said Trump, because the thing about it is, I'm thinking, I know Medicaid is state by state, state by state, but guess what? It can be federal. Federal law overrides state laws. If Medicaid getting money from this and that, they getting money from the federal government. They getting money from the federal government. So if this lady's getting paid from the state, she's not doing, and she's lying on her application, like I said before, she's lying on a federal document. She's lying on a federal document because you say you're not practicing uh, the birth of stuff in the state of Florida, so you put exempt, but you got people that say you done did this, you did this, so she won't say you don't got enough followers, is that this lady boom boom, she's slow.
And I
She's
can
slow as
almost
fuck. No,
guarantee
I'm
you.
gonna be right. No, I'm gonna say what I got to say right now because I've been calm. This
uh
lady is slow as fuck, but think that you won't get no goddamn legal shit done to you because you don't got enough fucking followers. Babe, come on now.
That's why I would advise
Yep, crazy.
don't even say nothing else to her because she delusional. When you got legal advantage over somebody, you just let their ass.
This lady was in the class with me and Eric. She had to be. I got to see who the fuck she was. She had to be in the class with me and Eric. We were going to King High School. And now I'm saying we was in the boom boom class right there. We were.
Eric was there. You weren't there.
Eric was in the boom boom class with me.
You wasn't on the short bus.
We didn't ride no bus. We rode a regular school bus when we went to school. There wasn't no damn short bus. We was there. We didn't have to be there. Well, I had to be there. He did. I had to be there. He did.
They was in the special.
We was in alternative. No alternative. It wasn't no fucking. It wasn't no alternative again. It wasn't no alternative. It was a boom boom class. It wasn't no fucking alternative. It was a boom boom class. But at the same time, this lady was in the
I think she's talking like that because I can almost guarantee that there has been a complaint with her with the state. And this is the reason why the state is taking so long, because they're trying to cross all of their T's and dot all of their I's.
Thank you.
I feel like that's
because
there was a previous complaint earlier this year.
Somebody must have
But it was from a hospital staff.
Somebody might have.
Yeah, this is I stick with this because it's some, they need to be held accountable as well. They do. Once you get down to the nitty gritty and them able to open up, look into them too, their records, because if if she had a complaint against her, right, and something happened, they didn't do anything, and something happened, they're liable at that point.
Right, right. And that's why I say I will go straight to the top. What's going on?
Why not?
You tried that shit since 2001. The sun has been the government since 2001. Ain't shit happened. Go straight to the top. Go over and say, I tell my law, get in touch with Trump. Trump right now need that push right now. He need that Superman cape on right now. He need people to look like, okay, he's doing good for the public, this and that. My black people, yeah, my people, we need to stick together. He need that. You know what I'm saying?
He up there like, tell us what's going on with the UFOs. Tell us what's going on. And then he answers the question. He said, I don't know what's going on. Then they asked him, I know I changed the subject, but he said he don't know what's going on with the UFOs. And then they asked his ass, have you been in a briefing? He said, I cannot comment on that. Like, okay. But anyway.
I don't think they put him in the briefing.
He can't comment on it. But that means, yeah.
No, I don't think they put him in the briefing because they don't trust him. They don't know what he's gonna say. They ain't put him in the briefing. But when he become president, then you got to put him in the briefing.
Well, people might want to follow this homegrown doctor lady. Her name was Sizzly, Sizzly. Her last name was Auer. That's the medical.
And then her business name, her new business name is Birth God's Way.
Birth God's Way.
I mean, she gonna
that remind me of those scammers. Whenever a scammer go on your inbox, the first thing they do is they say God. You go on their page, it's all about God and all that, just to try to manipulate people, man.
Manipulation.
That's just pure D evil, and she needs to be stopped.
Yeah, you gotta know you wrong. Like if you ain't got your shit together, your license and your stuff, you know you dead wrong. Anything medical, like I don't care what your excuse is. There's people putting on braces. Like I don't believe in none of that. Like you need to, have your ducks in a row. If you claim you have your ducks in a row, like don't lie to me.
Right.
Victoria, we got the GoFundMe up here again. So can you know what I'm saying, to elaborate on that so people know how to sing you, support you?
Again, you guys, on my social media pages, Victoria Carter with the K. If you go on any of my social media page, my GoFundMe is pinned to the top of my page, so you can click there to donate. To help me and Dilla on our road to getting accountability, get him the service that he needs. Dylan gets therapy 5 days a week. He gets occupational therapy and physical therapy, and there's no end time on when his therapy will end. He's going to constantly be in therapy. So yeah, those funds will help us with Dylan on his road to recovery, the most recovery he can get. In addition, help us with the fight to just getting some accountability, like just holding her accountable, and not only holding her accountable, helping us with the fight of holding the state accountable. I feel like, Sizzly, she did the crime, she did the injury. However, I feel like she did it at the assist of the state because they allowed her to practice. So I feel like, I want accountability from them as well. And not everyone is willing to go up against the state. That's a fight. And that's the fact I'm afraid of. That I feel like, I need help. I can't do it by myself. I don't know all that there is to know about this. So whatever advice that, anyone has to offer, whatever help, whatever it is that you can do to help, I'm open to it. So whether that's, helping out financially with the GoFundMe, or if you guys want to private message me in my inbox to tell me something that you feel like may help me or lead me in the right direction, my inbox is open. I'm open to all advice, support, in whatever ways that it comes. So if you guys can't donate, I definitely understand. But if you can share his story, word of mouth, anything you can do to just help us get it out there, I appreciate that.
All righty. That's our show for tonight. We're gonna have everybody, give their goodbyes. Okay. Tasha, what you got going on?
Hey, y'all know me just trying to stay peaceful, positive, black, and productive as always. And always, I just want to tell all our young women, love yourself. Love yourself first, over your children, over your spouse. Love yourself. You have to in order for you to give love. And for you, Miss Victoria, I want to wish you nothing but prosperous outcome, a resolution. Your son, nothing but greatness going forward. You know, it's all in his hands, even though they may say one thing, but if you keep on doing what you're doing and with the support and God's love, I think everything will turn out all right, mentally at least. And y'all know me. I ain't got nothing going on. Just a regular working woman. Just trying to stay cool. That's it.
All right. Annie Loke, Passion Baby. What you got going on?
I'm Annie Loke, hashtag Queen of Ohio, hashtag Passion Baby. You can find my music on all streaming platforms. How you spell my name? ANNILOC. I want to thank Miss Carter for coming on and sharing her story. Shout out to Dylan. He's a beautiful child. Thank y'all for listening. Y'all just tuned in to Speak That Shit. I hope you enjoyed the show and etc.
All right, I'm Zobo, Alonzo Zobo 69. Now look here, we got a show. I got a show this weekend and next weekend. Next weekend down in Hollywood, Florida. I'll tell y'all about that next week. But this weekend right now, we got a show at Laugh at Leo's. Leo's Live 92. Oh boy, I can't see that shit. 9263 Florida Avenue South. I meant to say that in my brain, not out loud. But anyway, 5263 Florida Avenue South, Lakeland, Florida. That's 5263 Florida Avenue South, Lakeland, Florida. Look here, Tampa. This is about the only show that y'all gonna get from me this close to Tampa. Until probably about October, November. So y'all better come out and see what's going on. Cause hey, I'm gonna be in rare form. We got some funny comedians. Coming we got Polk County, we got Duval County, we got Hillsborough County, all in one motherfucking building. Come on now. If you'd like to sponsor the show, give me a call at 941-681-1710 or info@kingscastleent.com. If you got a story to tell, if they ain't fucking with you nowhere else, because you don't have followers according to Miss Cicely, hey, y'all can contact me. Hey, you know what I'm saying? I arrange a date and time, and hey, I put you on the show. This is what, because guess what? I love busting motherfucking balls up. And I ain't talking about no balls, no gay shit. I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying, when motherfuckers think they got the upper hand, I love busting them down. That's me. That's me. So, like I say, contact us. We're going to have some vacationing thing going on, too, in a couple of weeks, and we're going to mention that when it started happening. If you want some deals on some vacation packing, even if you want to go to Dubai, y'all one that goes over there want to get shitted on, pissed on, we're going to have some shit for y'all, too. So, hey, but anyway, thank you for joining us. We're going to see you next week, same time, same place. Hey, next year, we're going to have the Zobo 69 BFAM Comedy Entertainment Tour coming up next year. Check it out. Yo, Zobo 69. Check it out. I ain't know when that explains a lot. Because I ran out of soap, so I grabbed my wife's soap. I must have grabbed the pussy soap. Cause my dick was on hard all day at work. Jeans so tight, see the veins in they balls. Jeans so tight, see the veins in they balls. The mama man, you look like a Bruce Jenner church already. Pussy so good, he on his own pussy. Jeans so tight, see the veins in they balls. They hugged up for no damn reason. She ain't cold. Fuck, she knew the AC was gonna be on when she got in this motherfucker. Why she ain't wearing no fucking jacket? Jeans so tight, see the veins in their balls. Jeans so tight, see your pussy lip bitch. They don't want to get mad at us at the wrong time. They always want to get mad at us when we want to fuck. Jeans so tight, y'all niggas need to quit. Jeans so tight, see the pulse in your balls. Jeans so tight, man, I'm through with it all.